everybody. Welcome back to Live with the Times. Grateful to be here. Thanks for being here yourself as well. Today we're going over the 6th Aliyah here in Vayeira. And this is a short Aliyah. And seems as though insignificant Aliyah, which is why we do this, Live with the Times. Right next, tomorrow is like the culmination of this parsha, right, which corresponds to Abraham being ready to sacrifice Yitzchak on Har HaMoriah, on the place of the Beis HaMikdash, would be the Beis HaMikdash, the Holy of Holies. And I'm jumping ahead because today we have this short Aliyah. That seems as though it doesn't have to do with anything. Why would the Torah come and bring this little part here before this big part that's coming tomorrow? Couldn't we just jump ahead? The Torah is telling us something. The Torah is always telling us something. Couldn't we have jumped ahead from where Abraham was saved and Yitzchak grew up and on? Now all of a sudden we're coming over here, and what happens? Yitzchak, or what happens here? So Abraham now leaves again, right? And he's still in the land of Canaan. He's in this territory of the Philistines, whatever. Has no connection to the modern day Palestinians. We know this. But it goes on and says, it happens at that time. Abimelech was there, and Abraham went, and he went there to sojourn there. And now Abimelech wants him to swear to him that they're going to deal closely with each other, be good to each other. And Abimelech says, fine, I swear. Abraham says, fine, I swear. Right? It says, why didn't Abimelech swear back? Because, Abraham knew that this guy's word wasn't worth much, as they just say. Right? But even there, they had a dispute regarding the water. And they came about to an agreement. And they said, fine. Abraham took sheep and cattle and gave them to Abimelech. They established for them a bris, covenant. Abraham set aside 7 ewes, right, keves, goats, right, from the flock by himself. And Abimelech said, what are these 7 kevasot that you've set aside? It says, because of the 7 ewes, the 7 kevasot, the 7 goats, whatever, tikach miadi, you're to take from my hand. So there'll be for me a testimony that we dug this well. It's Be'er. And so this is where we got the name of Be'er Sheva. Right? Be'er Sheva. Be'er meaning wells, Sheva meaning 7. These were the 7 goats that he brought. They returned to the land of the Philistines, right? And it says, Vayita Eshel Be'er Sheva. Vayikra Sham B'Shem Hashem Kelolam. And Abraham planted there Eshel, there in Be'er Sheva. An Eshel. What's an Eshel? He proclaimed there the name of Hashem. He made a sacrifice there. And then, finish off, it says, Vayaga Abraham be'eretz b'lishtim yamim rabim. So they come and he brings this sacrifice, or he comes and brings this bris, now digging wells. He's there in the land. We know that Yitzchak Avinu never left the land, never left the Eretz Kodesh, right? Whereas Abraham left, went to Mitzrayim, came back, right? Same thing with Esau. Oh, not with Esau. I'm sorry, with Yaakov, who had to flee from Esau. He left and he went to the place of his father-in-law, Lavan. Yitzchak stayed in Israel. He was a perfect sacrifice, which we'll see later. And later on, we also see an interesting thing with Abimelech and wells. once again, Abraham is setting the stage for his children to go and to follow in his footsteps, do his thing. And okay, great, wonderful. What does this mean to us anyways? Why do we need to learn this? I mean, okay, great. We learned that Abraham did certain actions that were precursors to his kids and what they did. And later on, right, Yitzhak also dig up wells, and these are the ones, and they uncover them, and they had to make a new pact and all this fun stuff. What can we get from this? It says, Vayita Eshel Be'er Sheva. Right, so he made an Eshel, Be'er Sheva. What's an Eshel? An Eshel, Rashi says, is he planted a tree to give its fruits to his guests, and to afterwards to teach them, to teach them to bless the Holy One who feeds them. Wow. Okay, cool. So he was in Be'er Sheva, and it says Vayegar, that he doesn't say that he Vayeshev, he settled in. It says Vayegar, he was like sojourning there, right? He was hovering around this place. Abraham be'eretz Pelishtim yamim rabim, in the land of the Philistines for many days. Right? Many days corresponds to lengthening days. Right? But many days, it says here in Mishle, it says that the fear of God adds to one's days. That the Yirat Shemaim, this adds to one's days. Right? Meaning what? Meaning that Avraham Avinu was able to imbue this land, Rabbi Nachman says, able to imbue this land with Yirat Shemaim. This place where people really didn't have any connection to Hashem so much. Right, where the king is, as we know, is already trying to take Sarah and trying to cook up deals, right, for his own benefit, and then later on taking Yitzhak's wife, and this is just a common occurrence for him to go and take people's wives. Even here, Abraham was able to imbue a spirit of Hashem, so to speak, in a place where people would think about Hashem and to bring people close to Hashem. This is what he did. This is what Rashi is saying, to teach them to bless the Holy One, bless the Holy One who feeds them. What's the connection here? Right, in order to sometimes we have these course actions, meaning we have these base actions that we have. We don't seem to know how to get rid of them. I mean, we have people that we know in our life or whatever it is that they just don't seem to know how. We don't know how to get to them, right? We don't know how to bring a connection to them. We don't know how to help them with kiruv. We don't know how to just have a regular connection with them and to speak peacefully with each other and to grow. Even more so, like I said, with ourselves, that we see that there's something that troubles us with their own behavior, and it doesn't seem that we're able to help it or, to break out of this. What do? We're supposed to plant a tree in a place that you're not even going to stay long for. Why? Just so the fact that we will be able to have fruits to give to it, meaning that food is such a huge connector in life. Right? You see that this was Abraham's main thing in life, right? When he sees the angels, he goes and gives them food. Right? When he had this gigantic tents and he would have these gigantic events with people that would come. What was the main thing? Hey, come and eat, come and eat, come and eat, come and eat. And while they're eating, you can come and give drashes and come and speak to people and make connections with people and come and bring people closer. It's the same thing with us, right? So many times we think that we have to break our body. I was speaking to a friend of mine on Shabbos and speaking about power of Shuva, and she said, "Oh, Shuva, huh? Well, we gotta fast and flagellate ourselves." And I'm like, "That's what you think Shuva is, right? Shuva is mamish 4-step formula, right? You confess what you did to Hashem, right? You express your real remorseful regret, You commit yourself to not doing it again. And then you don't do it again. You pray to Hashem to help you not do it again. And you ask for forgiveness. And that's it. Right? So Hashem was helping people in this way, and we need to help our people in this way. And we think that we need to be super strict with ourselves. And if we screw up, we have to be even stricter with ourselves. And Hashem is telling us here, no, listen, you're about to enter into a new challenge. Abraham's about to enter a new challenge of Yitzchak having to offer him up on the Akedah. And so he says, don't be so harsh on yourself all the time. Certain times it's good to be harsh on yourself. Certain times it's going to be strict. But certain times, the best thing is to offer yourself some food, to connect the food to Kedusha. Right? You can connect with people like this all the time, right? Where you bring them in to eat and you're able to talk to them. And we can all get together on food. But same thing with ourselves. That we can use food as a connector. When we use food in a holy way, when we bless, when we give the bracha before we eat, and we say the after bracha, and when we eat in a peaceful way, and we don't overeat, and we have really, really, really a healthy connection with our food. This in of itself brings Yirat Shamayim. And this in of itself can help us prepare for harder tests that are coming up ahead. Just in simple, delicious ways, right? To not be harsh on ourselves, but really to give ourselves a little treat sometimes in accordance with Hashem and with the Torah and with the halacha. To do things the right way. Doesn't mean every once in a while we get to go and just have some, shuck some oysters or whatever, right? We're doing it in the right way. And in this way, we're going to see that we can bring ourselves close, bring ourselves some more Yirat Shamayim, and be prepared for the bigger tests that are coming in. So Hashem should bless us that we should be zoiche, not be too hard on ourselves, not beat ourselves up, but rather to connect to Hashem and real tshuva, in a way that tshuva that Hashem wants, and also to enjoy the world in the way that Hashem wants. And this way we can really continually grow individually and collectively until we can all grow to a place where we will bring in the Beis HaMikdash in a happy way and not in a strict way, in a bad way. May it be speedily, mamish, now, for all of Am Yisrael, for all the world. Coming Moshiach, Tzidkenu L'chaim.